Most definitely. We bartered. This whole system is set up on a bartering system, and a lot of the younger kids don't quite get it, where just because something's stickered, especially when Sunday rolls around, they're going to start cutting a few deals because they don't want to bring all the crap back with them, right? If you only want to pay $5 for that item, just say, hey, I'd like to have it, but I'm only comfortable paying $5. What do you think? Sometimes you will be very surprised, and they'll be like, yeah, go ahead. And you'd be like, yes, I got it. You know, it doesn't hurt to ask. If you're one of those vendors and you notice they've got some vintage toys, but you don't see any, like for me, Dr. Strange stuff, today I had 3 of the booths out there that had some good vintage toys set out. Ask them, do you have any vintage Dr. Strange? Because Dr. Strange isn't one of the most popular characters out there. It's not Captain America, it's not Iron Man. So they've only got a limited amount of stuff to display, right? So they might have some Dr. Strange, but where's it at? It's in the box under the counter that you may not see, right? Exactly. So don't be afraid to ask. Say, hey, do you have, I noticed you've got a lot of good vintage toys here. Do you have anything with Dr. Strange in it? And sometimes you'll be surprised. Sometimes they'll say, we didn't bring it to the show, but I've got this. And you'll be like, oh, it's the Jiggler from, 80 whatever. I've been looking for that for 20 years. Do you mind when you get back to your shop, can you send me a couple pictures of it? Make those connections. They might not have something here at the show for you, but if it's that rare item you've been looking for a long time, they might actually have it back in the shop and you're just going to bring it with them. So ask those questions. Don't be afraid to ask the vendors. Because what do the vendors want to do?
Sell stuff.
They want to sell stuff, exactly. So give them the opportunity to sell them, for them to sell you their stuff. But you got to ask. Be educated. Online auctions. How many people here shop on eBay or Amazon or Heritage? How many people have ever been duped on Amazon, eBay, or Heritage? Yeah. So there's some things you need to keep out for. The biggest one, especially on like eBay, is every seller has a rating. That if you look up on their account, they'll say what their rating is and how many people have rated them. If they got a 100% rating, but only 5 ratings or only 5 people have voted for them, it's not a very reliable vendor, right? I'm not going to probably buy a $1,000 item from that person. I want somebody who's more reputable. Not only that is those ratings are only tracked for a year. So they could have been doing some bad things the year prior and it's not showing up on their rating. So you need to keep an eye out for that. But if somebody's got 20,000, 30,000, 100,000 items sold and they've got a 100% rating, you think they're probably a pretty good vendor? Yes, but it doesn't hurt to send them questions. Any item that's being auctioned on eBay, you can send the seller questions. There's a little link that says ask the seller a question. I do that all the time. This poster, just because it was going for so low and as great condition it was in, what do you think some of the questions I sent that seller? Is it a repop? Because sometimes in the photos they post, they're not shining a black light on it. It could just be a regular, because they reprint this poster, but when they reprinted it, what do you think they did? They reprinted it in the 90s or the early 2000s, but what do you think was different with it?
New color process?
No, well, it wasn't a black light, but it's a different dimension. It's a little bit smaller. So just like if you collect movie posters or lobby posters for like Star Wars movies and stuff like that, the dimensions of those posters are a huge indicator on if that's an authentic first run issue or if that was a reprint later on and those types of things. So one of the things I've sent him is, because I know that they reprinted these, is like, what's the dimensions on it? He sent me back the exact dimensions. I knew that the original 1971 was, so I felt very confident to bid on this item.